Hello, hello, hello. Penny Pudge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I have a fun little thing to show you, and I am going to, well, I'll just show you one. So I'm making spools. Why am I making spools? I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, there's the back, and I'll show you the rest in just a minute. But I have, let me get over to, thank you for joining me. If you come in on the replay, thank you so much for that. And I appreciate when any of you come in. We always have fun here. I know a lot of people, look, there. A lot of people don't come because of Stampin' Up, but you know what? We learn things here. I don't expect you to buy my products, my Stampin' Up products, but if you want to, great. Or if you have another Stampin' Up demonstrator, please purchase it from them. I'm going to be using the Dainty Delight today. And I should say this, it's 1:15 p.m. on June 22nd, 2023. So I used to make these a lot. And what I started doing is downloading a digital and just fussy cutting those out. But as you know, most of us use these to wrap our fiber and our ribbon on. Let me have a rubber band on here. This is that copper clay, one of the new in colors. It's a textured ribbon. Let's see if we can get a close up here. Yeah. If you do decide to shop or even just go check out the catalog, pennypudgestamps.net. It's on my screen and down below in the description box. And make sure you're on Penny Pudge. I also have a monthly host code in the description box, BEZEPKB6. So please use that if you do choose to buy something. So that's what we normally use these spools for, right? So some of you know I am decluttering and I have been going through my jewelry. And so I went and looked up ideas for necklace storage. I have so much jewelry. I don't know why, because I don't wear it that often. But poor Jim, I brought him a wad of chains out, just chains, right? Just a big old wad. You know, they were all tangled up, and he was very patient. He is a patient man, and he untangled the mess I had, right? And you know, now these bigger ones don't tangle as easy, but I had a lot of that were like this real fine chain. So I looked up, they had some pretty unique ways to keep these from tangling. One of them I liked was just like a long clear sleeve and like a piece of cardstock in it, and you put it on there, and anyways, and actually just a bag to hold them separately. But I got to thinking, well, and then I seen it on there that they took these fiber wraps, these spools, and so of course I spent more time than I should have figuring out how to cut it out on my Cricut. They don't have one like this. And then I remembered I had my I might not have it here anymore. It was just a little spool that was out of craft colored cardstock that I made. Hi, Stacy May. Thank you for being here. A long time ago, I'd made it. I'm just talking about a way to store my necklaces without them being tangled, right? So anyways, I got online and I looked really quick on YouTube, and let's get back here. Do you guys remember these? Now, Stampin' Up does not sell these anymore. It's not in their catalog, but I have a feeling that a lot of you have one. If not from Stampin' Up, then another company. And so anyways, I dug this out. And I will show you also how to make these spools without even having the punch board or envelope maker, whatever it's called, right? Hope you're doing well, Stacy May. Okay, so these are two different sizes. And what I've done is I have used a shirt box or, you know, a gift box. And I buy a lot of these when they're like nothing, like when they're 70% off after Christmas. So just a gift box. And I'm not sure if that will work, but that's why I'm experimenting, right? But it's pretty firm when I put a piece of Stampin' Up cardstock on it that I have embossed. Okay. So I've used two different. Let me show you. This is old paper, and this is, hang on. This is time-worn type. And they're the two, those two are in the current catalog. Okay. So there's one of them. I showed this earlier. Hello, Sandy. That's fine. You just rest your eyes. I was kind of considering that, and I don't usually do that, but for some reason I'm tired. So anyhow, I'll go ahead and show you how to make these. Now, if you want to jot this down, this is not in the description because didn't get put there because as you heard, if you listened to the first of this video, I ended up being gone until I came back in time to eat lunch and call my sister-in-law, and then came right down here. So the big spool is 3 by 4. Let me make sure that's right. Yes, these are cut 3 by 4. That's all I'm going to give you right now. Okay. Now, let me get. I thought I had some of my board. My gift box is cut in 3 by 4, but I don't know what I did with them. So let me just cut a couple. Right over here. Actually, I could bring this over to you. Good Stampin' Up. So let me just trim this away. Okie dokie. I want this way because that is the edge that I cut. So I'm going to do this one. How long is this one? 1, 2, 3. I think we'll still do this one. 3. No, we'll do it 4. There's a reason. There's a reason this has got a funky edge that I haven't trimmed off yet. I'm backwards and it's confusing me. Sorry. So there's my 4. And I want to cut this one by 3. but this way so I get that funky edge off. Okay, so I need 2 of these to show you. I thought this was a cool idea, Stacy May, because I still have to experiment to see how well it works. But I'll show you my idea here in a minute. So we want 4. And then, of course, those you can use for something, right? Right, Sandy? Right. Okay, so I have 2 of those. And I have 1, 2 of my 1 paper. Now I'm going to go ahead and make this, and then we will make the smaller ones. Okay. So you put this in your envelope punch board. I'm going to turn this around. Sorry. And this is heavier. You can do both of them at the same time, and then they would be a perfect fit, but I don't do that. Okay. So you put this on 1 1/4. So there's the 1, and right next to it is the, nope, that's the 1/8. Yeah, this is the 1/4 right there. Okay. So 1 1/4, and it kind of locks into place on this one. It's kind of cool. Okay. And then I'm going to punch it, and I'm going to flip this over, do my 1 1/4, turn it around. Yes, you can see that good. I was supposed to text my grandson and I forgot. Oh well. 1 1/4, flip it around. I'll get back to him soon. And then 1 1/4. Okay. And let's go ahead and do the other one. And I'll show you what I'm going to do next. So, you know, one side is a little shiny and the other side's the dull. One 1/4. Flip it over. So you see what I'm doing here? And 1 1/4. Okay, then I'm going to do these 2 together, maybe. Yeah, they're about the same size. Oh, it's not going to go under there, though, because it's textured. Okay. 1 1/4. And so this is Pool Party cardstock. And I've done the old paper embossing folder, which I love. And 1 1/4. So this is the most time-consuming part, and it really isn't. Doesn't take that long. Okay. So there's my scraps. I'm going to pick them up and throw them away. Okay, so then I take these and I want get my Stampin' Up black handled scissors. I love these. And all you have to do, oh, I shouldn't have done 2 of them. I'll show you. Sorry. Should have only done 1 because the other one was supposed to be without an envelope punch board. So you just trim that off and just kind of curve it, right? Now, if I don't get this exactly smooth, I just grab a file, an emery board, and smooth it off. So, all right, then you trim this out here. There, okay? So, You see the wide spool that you have up here? Now you could do like 1 inch if you wanted to. I did an inch on the other, but you could do 1 inch and you'd have more space in between here to wrap your chain around. I'm going to just try this. I'm just going to round this off. I guess that was Jim getting into his chair. It was so noisy. So I'm just rounding my corners off. So I have a rounded edge. I think they'll keep better that way, like if I'm pulling them in and out of a box. Okay, when I looked this up, there were no instructions that I didn't need them, you know, because I should have waited and glued this on and then done it. Oh, well. Oh, well. So this one I did not trim. See? I didn't round, I guess I didn't round the edges. I did trim it. Okay. So, and then when you glue this on, okay, it's not working, right? So I'm going to turn it over because one side is smaller than the other. And I didn't get it exact, but we'll get. So I'm going to glue it onto the shiny side of my gift box and save this. And what I do on the other side, let me get some of my green glue, the Tombow green glue, which is sold by Stampin' Up. I just do this around the edge. I want to be close to the edge, but not put in so much glue down that it seeps out. Of course, we know that we can fix that if it does, right? So I haven't rounded these edges yet. Okay, let's just see. I might have turned it back around. Yep, I did. And then I didn't cut. Oh, there we go. There's one spot here that I can trim down with a board or a knife cutter. Okay. Let me go do that really quick. This is just heavy to make it stay down. So I'm just using my knife blade. I'm going to cut that white a little bit better. My first one went together perfectly, or practically perfectly, but this one didn't seem to want to. We can always fix that too by inking it, right? So I'm just taking a straight edge in my craft knife and trimming that up a little bit better. Put the cap back on. Okay. Hello, Tim. Okay, so now I'm going to trim these because I did it on the cardboard one, on the gift box. Like I say, I think it will stay better if my corners are a little bit rounded. Okay, so there's that. Then what I did with this one, my one that I did, right, is I stamped on the back. The other thing you can do on the back is, okay, say I have this on here, which is, this one's too big. Hang on. Say I have this one on here, right? This big one. Say this was my great aunt's and she left it to me. So I could write that information on the back of this so that I'd have it, right? Because I still want to wear it. And I could write the description on it if I wanted to. Okay? So that's the big one. Now, my other thought, let's just try to put this on here. I think I want to start here. Because I know it's going to be heavy. And I'm going to wrap around there so it holds it, right? And I'm almost thinking now, if I could tuck it under, but I have a feeling that's not going to work, right? So I think if I cut a slit up here, right? And just tuck that in like that. Oh yeah, look at there. I love it. It's staying. So then, okay, I'm going to dump all those ribbons out. I can set it in a box, right? And have a whole bunch of rows of these. But yet they're accessible so that I can flip through and look. All the hundreds of boxes I have around here. So this one's a little bit big, but it would work because then I could cover it up. See? Put the lid on it and just put it in, stack them if I have more than this. But yet I can look at it and see it. So I like that. Okay, so that worked for the big one because this is a heavier necklace. So now let's work. Okay. I want to show you how to do it. We'll just do it on the small one. Okay. So these are 2 by 3, the smaller one. So I'm going to get 2 of those that I've embossed in my embossing folder, old paper. Let me go ahead and cut 2 of these out of my gift box. And like I said, the reason I like the gift box is because it's a little bit heavier. And I really did think I had some cut, but I'll find it. All right, let me just, right here, son. We'll use this. All right, here I come. Tammy, I hope you're doing well. Yes, so when I seen this idea, I thought, wow, that would work. And yes, in the beginning, it's going to take a while to get it organized, but you can use any kind of paper you want. I am not answering it. You can use any kind of paper that you want. Jim must have got it. So these are 2 by 3. Okay, now let's cut a couple of the 3. I was kind of surprised how big this one was, but I'm glad I did it because it will bear the weight if I want it on a card. Or I do have one jewelry thing hung up, and my heavier or bigger necklaces, now I'll have room for them. And my lighter weight ones or my fine ones, I can put on cards. So I'm going to go ahead and show you right away. Am I? No, I will. I will do it this way. All right, we're just going to we are just going to use the envelope punch board. Now this one, I did it at 1 inch. Okay. So on my punch board, it's like right there. But it still kind of locks into place, which is kind of nice. Okay. Flip it over. Line it up at the 1 inch. And like I said, on the big one, if you wanted more room in the middle, back it up to 1 inch. Turn it over this way. 1 inch. And 1 inch. Okay. Get rid of that. I'm not going to do that one right now. And then I'm just going to trim this out. So same way as I did the bigger one. Okay. Okay. And there are YouTube videos. So there's that one. I can put this one on it. And actually, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're doing it. But then I want to show you how to make one without a punch board if you don't have a punch board. Okie doke. Everybody doing good? You had a late lunch? Yeah, I was telling the ones that are here, Tam, that I did my morning live. Garrett called. Well, we had to go to the doctor for Jim. He had his appointment, and then Garrett called. Want to know if I could watch the baby. And it's like, I have a 1:15 live. We call Nellie at 1. But we worked it out. So I got Shabby Shack for lunch, but I brought it home. So then that'll go on there. I'm going to get a different bottle of green glue. Yes, I agree. That was my own little thought because, of course, a lot of my jewelry, I have no idea where it came from. That came out pretty quick. And like I said, on these gift boxes, I glue it to the shiny side because it's easier to write on the other side. And I think I had it right like this. So you can put them together again and stamp them. Or stamp them, punch them at the same time. There we go. That one fit almost perfect. It doesn't look like it from back here, but from the front it does. Okay. So we're going to let that dry for a minute. You can go around the edges and distress it. Now I'm going to show you how to do one without a punch board. So I don't have measurements written down, but you can write them down now or go back and listen. Let's do it on here. I just took this and I seen where the curve was starting. So I measured it, right? And it starts from the top, and you can't see, I'm sorry, to where my curves. So where the top is to where my curve starts is about a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do that on all 4 edges, just in pencil. But let me get a ruler so you guys can follow along. Yeah, right? Well, Garrett says, well, should we go there for lunch? I go, sure. But the baby was not, I mean, he was being good, but he didn't want to be in a high chair. So that didn't work because they were starting to get busy. So I'm just going to mark a 1/2 inch, guys. This is a 1 inch. Okay. I'm going to, how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to do it this way. Hang on. This I can get easy. I need my clear ruler. That. Okay, let's do this side. I'll just do it like this. So whatever works best for you. There's 1/2 inch. And then there's my 1/2 inch there, and we'll do a 1/2 inch up here. Okay. So depending on how you want your curve to go, right? So I'm just going to eyeball. And I'll probably come back and take out a little bit more of this. Okay, I have to think about this. Because I don't want it to start there. I want it to end there. Right? I should have done this on the opposite side. That's okay. We'll get there. I have a feeling this is not going to come out. Or you can take one and trace it. Right? So what you would have to do, somebody who is more math inclined than Penny is, I don't want to trace it because you don't have one to trace, right? That was my 1/2. And then I need to come in, how far? You know, this is how we used to craft. Was measuring everything. I'm not a measurer. So on this, I also want to come in about, there's 1, 2, 3, so in between the 1/4 and the 1/2. I just want to be able that you guys can do it if you don't have an envelope punch board. Right? Okay, so then this is when I need to start curving it down, right? Oops, over more. Oh, you guys, this is not fun doing it by hand, but we're going to attempt it. Because anymore, I don't have to because I have the punch board, but for anybody who doesn't, okay. There. Okay, there's that one. So this one, I want to come over between. I'm not watching chat, so if you guys are talking to me, I'm sorry, I'm not really ignoring you. But I am, but not intentionally. Oh, that's right where it's supposed to be. Okay. Right where it's supposed to be. And then I want to go up, and I'm just going to eyeball it from the other side. Ta-da! Okay. Now this needs to be a little bit more rounded. All right. Yay! That was something, wasn't it? Oh, okay. Where are we? Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this my 2x3 onto there. And then I'll trace on the back, or I'll just cut from the back side. Is this how you guys would do it? So I'm sure there's an easier way besides the envelope punch board, but we'll get it. So I'm gluing it on the shiny part. Yes, Tammy, I had their macaroni and cheese with chicken. And Jim and I both had lunch from it. And we also have leftovers. That's the serving size. It's crazy. So then I'm just going from this side, you guys, and trimming it. Trimming the blue. Okay. Now we're going to wrap that fine chain around here. In just a minute. So I don't know if this helps any of you. I have not ever, that I remember, done anything like this before. This is just going to help me with my organization, decluttering and organization. A lot of my chains will probably go down here into the craft room or someplace, but all right, there's the small one. Okay, there's a small one. So we are going to take the last one we made, which is this one, and I'm going to take my fine chain. Let's set this on there for a minute. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and stamp on the back. This is so pretty. I love it. This one I got from, I'm almost sure Maru. What does this say? Yeah, I don't know what that says. Phone magnifier. I'm going to look at it before I say where I think I got it from. Magnifier. Okay, let me see what it says. It says Murano, Italy. Made in Italy. So, I was going to say my friend Maru gave me that, but now I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So there's that, which is a medium-sized chain. This was a bigger one. And then we're going to wrap this. But I'm going to stamp it first. So like I said, all I'm doing is, let me put my scissors away. I love these. They're Stampin' Up, in the Stampin' Up catalog. And they have the, I don't know why I have kept that one for so long, but I have. Okay. So on the back, I'm going to use the Dainty Delight. I have the big one now. I'm going to put this over here. But let's get a smaller stamp block because I don't need the big one for this. And let's pick there. Because I love flowers and butterflies and all that kind of stuff. So this will be good in my room. And then I use the Pool Party cardstock. And I'm I'm using the ink. And this does not have a right or a wrong side, except I think this heavier side should be the bottom. Okay, so what do? I usually stamp on something. Make sure the stamp is doing well. I'm just going to put it right there, just like that. Clean this off. Put it back in the case. If you keep it on the acrylic block, it's apt to stick really well because those have the sticky fronts. So you don't have to lick it or use a glue dot or anything like that. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to put this here. And then when I come around my first time, I'm going to wrap around it. Okay. That way I can ensure it's not going to. Oh, yeah, sure I can. Not going to fall off. And even with this one, though, I don't think it's heavy enough that it's going to matter. Hold on. I think with this one, I could actually go ahead and put a slit here. Okay, another idea, I'm going to put it on this side. Another idea I had with these, you guys. Let me show you. Let me do this and then I'll show you. Okay. So this is that real fine chain. These are the ones that get tangled so easily, right? So I came in from the back and looped it over. Okay. Okay. So the other idea I had on these is not so much the big one, but one of the smaller ones. Is to punch a hole in the top of it. Now they need to probably, I want it like this, be a little bit smaller than this one. So you would just have to adjust the size, at least on mine that I have. So this is, I hung necklaces on it, but why couldn't we do that? And then you could layer them up. But at least on mine, I would have to make them a little bit smaller. But look at how much room is left on this one, right? So it would work. And I may make a whole bunch of these smaller ones because I have lots of, you know, small necklaces. But this way, it's giving me room for my bigger, chunkier necklaces to hang on my other hangier up thing I have up there. Hello, cat. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I love this idea. So if you need them bigger, you would just, like, this is what I tell you. This is a 2x3, so this is a 3x4. So you just make it a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. So this is a 2x3. So if I went down to a 1.5 by 2.5, I probably would get the size I need for this. So, Kat, what I'm making are, because I'm decluttering and then organizing. Well, I wish I could say that, because right now I'm trying to organize necklaces, and when I say that, that just seems so shallow to me. Oh, there's so many big things in the world we should be doing, but at this point, but I'm sure, because I have necklaces laid out in like 3 drawers and some on top of a tub at the end of my bed, right? Oh, and some in the computer room. The bigger ones are there. So those I can hang up. Because if I have this planned out, these will either go in a box, or if I make them smaller, I can hang, oh my goodness, I could hang a whole stack, depending on how big the necklaces are, but they won't be that big. See, I could hang probably 4 or 5 on each one of these pegs. And that should do me easily, should do me. Yeah, and then I thought about tape, but there's no way I want to put tape on a chain. Can you imagine if you didn't wear it for a long time? And ugh. Yeah, I hope that it works for me. So, and like I say, it will be time consuming getting them done, but once they're done, right? And if I can write on the back, like if there's a special one, I write on the back where I got it from, you know, something years later, that's all the kids have to do is look at it, see what, hopefully I'll keep it, I'm hoping everything stays straightened up this time. Okay, any other ideas? Oh, this says my chat was disconnected, but let me see if it'll let me put it in. Yes, it did. Am I still on live? I'm still on live. So anyways, 2 ways to do it. You can do it by hand, or you can use your envelope punch board. And I'm choosing the envelope punch board because now I don't know why that just jumped. Maybe it was I did that. I don't know. Yep, that's why. Don't hit the table. If you have time, go back and watch my live from this morning. That was a fun live, I thought. Okay. I think that's all I have, guys. If you want to visit, I'll visit for a few minutes. Kat, I hope you are doing very well. Yeah. So if I got my necklaces taken care of, I would feel so much better. I have ring holders for my rings. My bracelets are taken care of. Hi, Dee. Everybody say hi to Dee. Hello, Dee. That's Tammy's mom. Sometimes she gets on and watches, but she can't chat. So, and sometimes she does. Tammy and Dee are just sweet, sweet people, you guys. In real life. In real life, they are. Well, I think my dad bought this for me. It was $3.95 at a craft show that he was at with me one time. Isn't that fun? In my mind, he bought it. I may have bought it, but he was with me, so I always think he bought it. I really do think he bought it. What are you going to do with that? I'm going to put my necklaces on it, Dad. So what I will probably do with a lot of these too is use pattern paper. Of course, this is, you know, one of my favorite colors. So That's why I chose it. And this is the old world paper. The other one, this one, is the, just add that. Right here. The time-worn page. No, time-worn type. So this one is time-worn type. And I put it on the white part of the gift box so that I could stamp her right on the back. And then this is the old paper. You're working on Christmas, Cat? Wow. That is not even imaginable in my brain. That's why I want to get rid of things and declutter and just have, I mean, I love everything I have, but you know, Christmas using napkins to make journal cards. Good for you. You're so awesome. But it's like I said earlier today, is this area, I just do a little at a time, and I'll probably do those little at a times with you guys. My upstairs, I'm working on pretty diligently. It's all the boxes under the beds and in the closet. Most of it is clean up there. It's just all the things I have shoved everywhere that's got to, you know, be sorted through. And who else is working on Christmas? Anybody else? Yeah, I can't even fathom thinking about Christmas right now. But I know a lot of people do Christmas in July. I need you to give me some tips and tricks on how to be so organized, Kat. Get rid of the clutter, number one. So if you guys have any questions, you can definitely get a hold of me. And if you have any other suggestions, absolutely get a hold of me. Tammy says, I haven't started on 4th of July yet, and that is Mom's birthday. Yes, it is. Hi, Marty. Everybody say hi to Marty. Yeah, and you know what, Tammy? That is only, well, today's June 22nd, not very many days away. Right, Dee? Dee's birthday is 2 days before mine. I still think we should just celebrate together. I don't think my daughter's coming this year for my birthday. She always has. But I think it's going to work out better for everyone, I guess. I don't know. It just seems strange that she wouldn't be coming. But I think she decided she might come for the parade on July 14th and spend a few days. Right, Tammy? That'd be fun. Marty, how are you? Let me get a drink of water. And then I'll visit a few minutes. Oh, that was good. But now I'm moving it back. I know myself very well. So this morning, ladies, those of you who weren't with us, I decluttered, what, how many? 19, I think 19 embossing folders. I was pretty surprised myself. I'm going to go ahead and make a few of these while we're chatting. You're okay? I know, right, Marty? I probably kept that many or more, but I at least got that many. Do I want 3x4? I think I want more 2x3s. And you know what? Let's try let me make a 2x3. What does this leave me with? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is for this size. And then I wanted a 1.5 by 2.5. Okay, there's my 1.5 by 2.5. So let's just see, out of curiosity, how big this is going to be. Yes, and I have another pile over here to go through. It's in a separate box. It's the ones I use the most often. Okay, if this is 1.5 by 3, and that's 1, I don't want it at 1. Okay, let me think. And the 1 is as the least you can really do it. I'm thinking if I went down, I'm going to, hang on. I think the problem is that the punch would be too fat, but we're going to try it right there. Oh no, that works. I could even go more. Okay, so let me see where it's at on this side. I'm going to mark. I'm going to mark on my punch board. Right there. And that's only for a 1.5 by 2.5, right? Okay. Oh yeah, that still works. We'll just experiment. So what I did, Marty, is I'm making spools to organize or to put my necklaces on. And I'm thinking if I make this one smaller, this is a 2x3. So this is a 1.5 by 2.5. I'm thinking I can still use my fine chains on here. Okay, so there's my spool, and this is only the one part of it. So I'm going to take that from there. It's not my gift box. Oh, yes. And then I'll put that there. So this is what I want to see. So that will work on there. But what I want is to punch a hole in this. There we go. That works slick. Yay! That makes me happy. Hi, Beth. Nice to see you. Oh, really? Are the rest of you having trouble hearing me? Hang on, let me get StreamYard. Thank you, Beth. That's fine. Go back to YouTube. And my sound on YouTube is completely off because that's what I do. Okay, Marty says she hears me and so does Tammy. Maybe it is your audio, Beth. Oh, you're funny. Funny, funny, funny. Thanks for popping in. So then I am going to make a few more of these. I've already got this one cut out. And this one. So this will be good. I feel good about this now. So Beth, I'm making spools for my necklaces. I have got to think of a better way to organize them once I get rid of a bunch. So, but I get these on my spool cards, then I will have room on the one I do have to hang up for my bigger necklaces. Right? Beth says, my earbuds are still plugged in. That's fun. So, see you guys, this is supposed to be here, but what happens is I need to flip it over. So always make sure that it'll fit before you decide to glue down, right? And this is not going to, oh, that's still not going to fit. Okay, so this goes here. And this will go here. Yeah, this will fit. Not. I don't know what I did. So I'll let you guys know how this goes next week when I come back on live. All right, I'm going to glue. Do you guys like that color? I love that color. So once again, I'm just going to take a fine line on the edge, but not so much that it'll seep over. Okay. Well, that could be part of why is, okay, let me try this side. Nope. Yep. I didn't have this paper turned the right direction. Like I had it debossed side up instead of embossed side up. And it's still not perfect, but we can fix it. Because on this one, I'll just trim this away a little bit. And like I said, you can always ink it a little bit around the edges too. Whoop. There. Yeah, I love this color. This is called Pool Party. Stampin' Up! Pool Party. I would call it aqua if I were just to pick a name, right? Okay. And a suggestion too, make sure you, if you're going to use an embossing folder, that you emboss your paper before you cut it. Because otherwise the debossing will shrink it and it definitely won't fit. Right? Okay, I need to write this measurement down. And yes, it will be a pain because I do have to, like, I wouldn't want to put more than 4 deep on this because you'll have to take them off, you know, to get the one you want. Because, you know, it's never going to be right on top, right? But still, 4 of those are easier than just having them wadded up in a ball. Okay, small, I'm going to call it, is 1.5 by 2.5. And then it is probably, I don't know. It's wherever my mark is on my punch board now. Okay. It does look like a pool color. Yeah, it does. I agree. I agree. Okay, I told Jim that after I finish up with this, we need to go pick up a prescription, and he needs his glasses readjusted. So I told him we would run and do that today and get it done. Ah, Sandy had a phone call. I hope it was a good phone call, Sandy. Sandy has a new video up. So you guys should go watch it if you haven't. I watched it. I haven't left a comment. I don't think I did. I was trying to watch it last night and kept getting interrupted. So, okay, let me wrap this back up on here. This says something. What does this say? See if my magnifier is still open. I do think that my friend gave me this. Maru. When she was here. I do think so. Oh, there it is. I just want to open the app. Magnifier. Open. Boy, that was hard. Okay, this says, hang on. What does this say? I think this came, it says CW. Oh, wait, no. This must be silver. Oh, it says carat weight. Oh, wait. I don't know. I still can't read it with my magnifier. I don't know. Mari says, I watch it because I'm good like that. Yes, that journal is awesome, but I think that's one of her older ones, Tam. Did you sell it, Sandy? I always get good ideas from Sandy. Of course we are. Not yet, hint, hint. I want one of your journals so bad. So this is going to be my deal, Sandy, is what I declutter and I sell, then I get to spend that money on wise decisions, like something I super really want. Because even after I get rid of the things I'm not using, I promise you, there's going to be an abundance. And I'm not selling it all. I am absolutely giving it away, a bunch of it. Look at, there's a cheerleader, Marty. Okay, friends, I'm going to go and get my errands done. Be a blessing to someone today. And I'm sure if you had that intention, God will put it in place, right? Oh, her 100-year-old back. That's cute. Oh, Tammy, I would love to be more generous. What does it? Dave Ramsey says that he gives not generously. There's a certain word he uses. And I love it because I'd love to give that way. I don't know what he says, but it's kind of like that. It's pretty cool. You all have a beautiful evening too. All right, I'm going to go get our errands done. Love you all. Sandy says, I know. I pray over everything I make. So what? No, the legacy will be in a good, yes. So she knows the legacy will be in a good heart. You're a blessing. Thank you, Kat. I love being here. You guys just are so special in my day. Lovely, we can't go. Lovely. I haven't got to talk to you, Jacqueline. Everybody say hi to Lovely. To Jacqueline. I haven't seen you forever. Well, maybe because you just are sitting back quietly. She has things on Instagram mostly now, right, Jacqueline? So go look at her things. And anybody else that's on here, you guys, if you're not sub to them, run over and do so. Yes, Instagram. Have you seen the new whale tail punch? I did see it somewhere. I have an old one I am giving up. Just put the word out there. I have two. So I'm going to give one up. I love those old Stampin' Up whale tail punches. But Maddie at Spectrum Art Creations has the, I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'm going to. Only because I'm doing Stampin' Up. Because they don't have whale tail. But she has a multi-size whale tail dies that I'd love to have. Everybody needs a whale tail punch, Marty. I watched, who was it? Whose channel was it? And they sold one. I can't remember how much it went for, but it was crazy. Crazy. See there? Yep. So who makes the new punch, Jacqueline? I'm trying to think where I seen it at. Somebody was using it on a video I was watching, I think. I don't remember, though, who it was. I'm still trying to get rid of my scraps before you make me toss them so I make my grungy tabs all wonky. I'm not making anybody do anything, Sandy. Nothing. You are at a place in your life, and until you're convicted, like I have been, to be clutter-free, Basin Creative. Okay. I'm not paying $80 plus for a punch. Right, Marty? Yeah, right. I understand. So, but it is a nice feeling when I go upstairs and I open one of my kitchen drawers. They're not all done yet. One of my kitchen drawers, and all that's in there are 3 hot pads and 2, like that you put a pan on, and 2 hot pads that you hold the pan with. That's it. That's all that's there. And that's all I need right now. Well, I had 2 extra mitts in my baking drawer. If you find the punch dealer, please let us know. My massage therapist is looking. Oh, she is. That's interesting, Tam. Sandy says, no way, Penny. I grew up with guilt and shame. I'm tossing everything now. No, you're not. I grew up with guilt and shame too, but I am fine. It's taken me a long time. And okay, so one more analogy like I gave this morning about the refrigerator. Let me think. What was this one? I don't remember. I'll have to tell you next week. I am not tossing everything, Sandy. No way. But if you could just see this area, you would understand. Oh, see, lovely feels that way. I don't know. I love my pretties. I love them. But there's so much I don't need. It's just like when I was going through those embossing folders this morning, I have to have no remorse. No remorse for getting rid of how many ever I got rid of. And there was a time in my life that I would probably go sneak them out of the garbage and cry if I really did let them go. But things are not what matter to me at this point. I want to be able to hang out with my family. I want to be able to come down here and say, and how'd you put that, Big Mama? That you feel like your things are hugging you. That's what I want to feel like. I want to feel like the things I have are hugging me, not that I have to trip over boxes or move another box in order to get to something else. Yes, we've got to go do errands, Jacqueline. Sandy says it could actually be smothering me and I don't realize it, kind of like the frog in the blender. Oh. Kat says, I am Catholic also. Kitchen has been decluttered. Good for you, Kat. Yeah, I'll tell you, Dawn, the minimal mom, I'm not one of these people that, because someone's younger, I'm not going to listen to their advice, because I promise you, she has good advice. Well, I did a portion of my errands, Jacqueline, when I went and picked up my grandson to take it's anyways and watched the great grandson for just a few, not long. So I did some errands then, which was really fun because I didn't realize that my great grandson had octopus arms because I went into Red Shed where I have my booth to put some cards and stuff up. Oh my goodness, that kid was having a heyday. It was so funny. Now I'm poor. You must have paid bills, Jacqueline. Oh, well, that's why I didn't get anything done or prep for this, but I had started on these before I left. So I knew what I was doing, and I'm glad. I'm glad we've got this far. So I know what sizes I need. I just need to go find out how many. But I know my husband doesn't want to look at any more tangled up necklaces ever again. Oh, did you go to the vet? Do you have a sick puppy or animal or a well one? My poor son has had heck lately, and I hate to see what his vet bill's going to be. He's trying to get his mare bred, but in the meantime, when her colt was 8 days old, something happened, and that poor baby, oh my goodness, I don't know if they save his leg. I don't know. It's hard. And then his second colt that was born, I'm not gonna, anyways, the colt isn't here anymore. It's sad. It's just sad. It's just been a hard couple weeks for him. One puppy had an ear infection and needed a yearly vaccine. What kind of puppy, Jacqueline? What does this say? Okay, Sandy says, I can't read it all because that heart is in my way. There we go. Marty, by size, I have the maxi grandma taken care of. Grandson wants to marry a fat lady like me because it's so soft to hug. Oh, Sandy, that's why I love you. I know, Jacqueline, has been a hard couple weeks for him. And I didn't get to see either one of the colts yet, except, well, the one I never seen. Except Lee has pictures on his Facebook, but of the first one that was born. Was jumping around and was doing really well, but it's another story. So, Corgi. Oh, I love the corgis. My first mother-in-law used to have corgis, and they always took such good care of her. They loved her so much. That's so cool. Okay, I really have to go because Jim's gonna wondering what's going on with me. Okay, everyone, hugs. I need to have a sale. I have enough ready for a sale, so be expecting that sooner rather than later. Stampin' Up dies and stamps and the two that go together and embossing folders, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I have so much out there. Paper. Anyways, love you all. Jacqueline, I'm glad you popped in and said hi. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in. I'll see you around, I'm sure. Bye, Kat. Bye, Lovely. Bye, Marty. Bye, Tam. And Sandy and everybody else. I know I'm missing someone. I shouldn't even start with names because that's what I do. I forget someone. All right. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.